Hello there, and then welcome to a brand new video. This is Happy Beyond Numbers, where we learn maths the easy way. Now we are still on the BECE 2025 questions, and this is 1b. It says if 1 over y is equal to 3x minus 2y, all we need to do is we should make y the subject. Now after making y the subject, let's find the value of y when we are given x as negative 1, and then k as 2. So without much I say, let's quickly look into it. So there's the question here. Now, what we mean by making y the subject is let y stand on its own. As you can see over here, y is not standing on its own. Why? Because it has 1 over here. But we actually want y to be the only term on the left-hand side, you see. So over here, we can do a simplification here. We just write that 1 over y is equal to, and then we do what? Look for the LCM. So for 1 and x, we can just multiply x by 1, giving us what? X. Then with that, we say 1 into x how many times? That is x times, you see. So if you don't understand it that way, how we got the LCM to be x's? We are multiplying 1 by x, so that we get what? 1x. Something like this, you see. Then in that case, 1 divides 1, and then we'll be left with what? Our x. So 3k multiplies the x to give us 3kx. Then k also cancels out this x. Sorry, x cancels out the x to give us 1. So you multiply that 1 by the 2 over here. You see? So if you are to simplify it, we have 1 over y is equal to 3kx minus the 2 all over x. At this point, we do what we call cross multiplication. So 1 multiplies the x, and y multiplies all we have over here. The other shortcut you can just say you are reciprocating both sides, you see, but I want to use a cross multiplication. So if you cross multiply, then y multiplies this here, you see. So that is 3kx minus 2, and then 1 also multiplies x. So it's equal to what? X. We know 1 times x gives us what? X. So at this point now, what we do is, it is y we want. And we have realized that all of this is multiplying y. And since it is multiplying, why not use its inverse operation, that is division? You see? So let's divide both sides by this stubborn term here. That is worrying y. So 3kx minus 2. You see? Then we do the same thing over here. And with that, we can say that all of this here cancels out all of this. You see? Which then leaves us with only y over here. You see? So we are left with y is equal to the terms we have here, x over 3kx minus 2. So this is we making y the subject, and that is all. The second part of the question is asking us to solve for y. If we are given the value of x to be -1 and then k to be 2. So let's look at how we'll go about that. So what we want to do is what? Substitute. You see, this is what we call substitution. So we have y is equal to our x, which we have been told is -1. So -1 all over. Now we know what is happening here. So the 3kx actually means 3 times k times x. You see, so we apply that concept to evaluate that. So that the 3kx becomes 3, and we know k to be what? 2. So times 2, then times, and we know x to be -1. So times -1, you see. Then minus our 2. The numerator still remains -1. And then our denominator, we have 3 times 2. 3 times 2 gives us a 6. Then 6 times -1 gives us -6. So we have -6 minus 2. So still we have y equals -1. And we know -6 minus 2 gives us a -8. So -8. Now we have to deal with the negative signs. So Final simplification gives us what? This here cancelling out this, because negative divided by negative is what? Positive. Hence, our y is equal to 1 over 8. As simple as that, right? So this was the second question that you had to do in your BECE. Now, let me give out some trial questions you can do to test your understanding. So here you are with 3 questions you can try on your own. They are very, very simple. And if you do not really understand, you can go over the lesson or this question. And then I do hope you'll be able to come up with the solutions. I have tutorials on this. You can always go to my homepage and then look at the playlist where you can have these substitutions and then change of subjects explained comprehensively for you.